the only significant item we might recover all day today at this late hour. I can barely bend down to pick this thing up. I know it's a piece of modern whatever. Nothing at all. Just picking up the garbage in heaven. That's it. What kind of story does this have to tell us? Oh yeah, we're part of some pot. Looks like it's got blood on the inside. The heck? Okay, cool. Just add it to something later, I guess. Probably just a rock. Yes, sir. Thank you, Lord, for the game. Beautiful. If only you didn't break the slats. Trying to look for the treasure. It's always going to be right under your nose. But you're always going to keep trying to dig, aren't you? Perfect. Talk about a fine line. Wish I could find some ladies this fine. So glad I came out today to see the light. Beautiful. Picture's worth $1 million. Man. Trying to get the image right. You know I'm an artist. Bam. I know it's okay. It's perfect. Well, not my image, but this is perfect. Chill spot. Picture's worth $9. Guys are crazy. Ooh, perfect triangle. Bam. Leave it there. I still have about 10 more to donate. Seems like a fitting location. Let me go ahead and do that thing real quick. I'm still expecting that half intact pot to be sitting here somewhere in the limited amount of time that I have at 5 p.m. The heck do I get myself into? But I choose heaven over everything else. Image for the ages. Got the pipe in there and everything. Cool. Even got the contrast of the banks right and the left. Got to get it centered. If I can, that is. Man. Dang. Beautiful out here. Sure enough. Yeah, I found the lease a long time ago. Gave me an opportunity to leave the good old kayak in the waters as I walked on the banks. Yeah. But there's something here I want to show you. I see it a mile away. Next to the baby tree of life. Baby bush of life. Might be something. Looks like the design on the tree that I highlighted earlier. I don't know if that's going to be a piece of the pot. I guarantee that might be something. Not really historic, but something that's worthy of collecting. Dang, what the heck? That's cool right there. Cool. Got a line in it. It's got a curve on it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know it's late. They're trying to drive me out to collect many ancient things out here today. After laboring for them, look at that curve on that thing. That thing's at least 1,300 on this. Solid as a rock. Barely make out a design on it. Is that a face? No, it looks like a nail impression or something like that, but that thing is solid. This might be the only thing I'm going to collect today. That's okay. I'm cool with that. Labor in heaven indeed. Dang. That's going to fill up half the kayak. If only it was an intact Native American pot from 6,000 years ago. Let me go ahead and get that thing. Looks like there's two things I got to collect. Not really what I'm looking for. But to be honest with you, it's exactly what I'm looking for. White House? What is this, applesauce from like 1979? 1984? Definitely got to get this thing out of here. Round up. Kill the heaven. Ooh, artistic. Taking reference pictures. Turn into art later, as they did out here in heaven. Man, they got that angle right. Painting. Oops. I'm going to get this thing out of here. Uh-oh. There's that gray line. The kind of soil they used to make the pottery out of. But I saw that many times out here before. It stretches out like at least 3 more miles out here. I see 2 things of interest. But there's something here I'm about to collect and add to the pocket below my feet. It's not what you're expecting. Not at all. But I love the fact that they know exactly what the human race does when it comes to hate. And they want me to collect this thing and get out of here. Look at this thing right here. Guys are crazy. Not really a finger pointed rock, but it looks like a machine gun owned by Al Capone or something. Look at that thing right here. A different kind of finger pointed rock. Talk about futuristic. That's beautiful though. Yeah, let me go ahead and collect that thing right here. Probably sell for $700,000 300 years from now. Only time can tell. Whoops. They turned I was about to say the A word. They turned my butt back around. I guess they were pointing at something, but I see something with a curve on it stacked up against a piece of soil right here. That could be a piece of a pot. I don't know yet. Let me pull out the white gloves just in case. I see some scratch marks on it though. that's a piece of the pot. I see some quartz sand crystals in it. I do. That's a piece of a pot. Ancient, ancient, ancient. Yes, indeed. Dang. I know they're just tiny pieces of nothing, but it's everything to us. Man. What about that one? It's nothing cool, but it's everything. All right, cool. Ancient. Keep on going. As far as I'm able to go. Time to make an executive decision like that movie. Back in like 1997, I used to watch all the time. One of the last few times I watched a movie. Yeah, cool. Executive decision. With the, what's his face? Yeah, check it out. I gotta park the kayak in here and try to run up here as fast as possible for the next mile and a half. I know Yeshua bestowed that challenge on me. I'm yet to even take on about running through heaven to see how much I can collect in one single setting. If I can do that, but I'm not going to be able to run in these things. I'm just going to have to do a brisk walk and collect there's something right here. Just around the curve. You got to be able to see it, and I see it a mile away. Ooh, it's stuck there like glue. Cool. I know it's nothing, but it's everything. Let me go ahead and hide the kayak in here. Keep on going one way or another. The pipes. Go figure. Bet it's a rock, and it is. Got the bare necessities. Got the rest of the triangles to donate. And the water. Yep. Who knows what else they're going to let us recover out here. I know it's just going to be a bunch of scraps. That is all they're going to let us find. Nothing really historic. We're just out here to walk through heaven. I stowed the kayak behind us. I'm taking a look at the manipulation of it all that happened over the past, I don't know, 9 months. Yeah, you better believe I have a buzz going on. Let's hope my eyes are going to not be too, blurry or spinning, just to see so we don't miss the pots, the pieces. Man, dry gravel bars in places that no one is able to get to. Is that a piece? No, it's not. Let me go ahead and keep on going. I just went around the curve. That's all I did. Dang, what the heck was ripped out of here? Killing time. Gotta go. I just want to look. Okay, cool. I also want to lay in that thing and do, soil angels. Just like snow angels. Now we're talking. Starting to get to the major gravel bars out here. Man, Sky high. Cool. Probably won't find anything at all. That's all you have to do is just keep on walking. Got all deer steps. They can have art out here and everything else. Man, always looking for the good stuff. Yeah, I see one tiny shard right here, nothing much. That's exactly what that thing is. Ready for us to recover this thing. Oh, it's got some kind of scratch design on it. Where is the missing language at from the natives? I would definitely love to see it. But the language is built inside the design. I love you. Always did, always will. Pretty dang deep for 6 p.m. I'm slipping all over the place on these slippery rocks. Trying to pass these challenges to get to something else. Who knows what it is? If only you would have filled them in, if you know what I mean. But you don't, because I haven't told you yet. I just left the pipe over there talking about how you need to fill it in. Which I'm trying to create the video for, the answers. Dang. But I guess there's a reason why I got double bags right here. No, it's not a perfectly intact Native American pot. It's something I'm always desiring out here in heaven to find. I know it's nothing really historic. I know I'm adding suspense to the video because I'm burned out and tired. But check this thing out. Part of the map. Got about 3 triangles left. But these pieces right here, or this, well, it's 2 pieces now. Oops. My bad. That is a nice piece. Let me go ahead and rinse these things off. Now I'm aware from probably 1941 or something like that. Look at that. It won't even focus because it's so beautiful. Dang. One of a kind, kind of. But we always find one of a kind, don't we? Yeah, but I keep looking at these masterpieces right here. Look at that. Imagine that combined with 17 other items and placed on the wall. One piece is worth $93,000. Let me go ahead and continue. My mind is getting turned around in a good way because I'm seeing things I've never seen before out here. And I see something that's chest high on the other side of that tree over there, right in the center of the screen. Could be the largest gravel bar out here. Not be able to recover my first arrowhead out here in forever, I guess. Don't know. Yeah, let me go ahead and look in here real quick. The closer I get, the more excited I get. That might be a very large gravel bar. I know how they pile it up in heaven. I do. But this place has been turned around. Look, it looks like a giant shark's tooth. You guys are crazy. Yeah, I got about 3% left on the battery, but we're in luck. Guess what? I have the battery charger in my right pocket in a Ziploc bag, ready to go. Let me go ahead and plug this thing in real quick. There could be something very significant waiting on us at this late hour. What the heck do I get myself into out here? things I do. What the heck? Watch there be nothing at all up here. Dang, what the heck am I doing? Just for a semi-large gravel bar. I'm not about to climb up in this. Water's about 3 feet deep right here. The pot's going to be on that side. But there's probably going to be many dangerous things in here. Don't know. Let me step through this thing real quick and be a man about it. Dang, balance. Look at the cube. Wasn't that bad. Just, you know, a little bit painful. Reference picture. Always got to get the selfies in. I know I'm just starting. I'm so excited. Might be my turnaround spot. Don't know. At the moment, I see some things that have curves on it. I bet they're just rocks, though. Look at empty bag. It's about to be filled up. Yeah, that's a rock. What about this? It's got 3 lines on it. Yeah, that's a piece of a pot right there. Okay, cool. Sun is hazy. Look at that geometric design on that thing. You barely make it out. Cool. Keep on walking. All right. Check this thing out. I know it's not a fully intact pot, but I see a curve on something. Maybe even a design on it. Look at how it stands out amongst all the other stuff right here. Let me go ahead and take a look at this thing right here. Maybe I need to put it in the sun to show it off. Let me go ahead and pick this thing up and recover this. Match it up with the image of the log in the waters of eternity. Dang. Add it to the pocket carefully. Keep on going. Got to make a decision not to split roads. The waters of eternity. The super highways through heaven. At 6:15. Which way, left or right? Maybe they're just trying to tell me that I should turn back around and get out of here. I don't know if I'll take that advice just yet. Let me see how far I can run real quick. Yeah. You're talking about, what, 17.5 feet. But they wiped it all out. I can tell you that much right now. I'm just picking up the pieces. That's all. Hair of the lady. Taking reference pictures, of course, like I always do, but check this thing out. Pulled it out of the water. Yeah, the shallow side, that is. Less than a foot deep. Keep on going. .45 and a long way from the Vinci kayak. What the heck am I doing? Passed the challenge. You better believe I had to climb over that thing. I'm covered in scars and everything else. Man, but the second I got in the water, I had to get something. Bam! The plastic bottle. But then I saw something else in the water the second we got over the log jam. Man. Perfect. I'm going to be feeling it tomorrow for real. And I'm not about to stay in the bed. Darker than you know what. What the heck am I getting myself into at 7 o'clock? I don't know why I keep going. I have no idea. Well, I know the truth. I know why I keep going. Because they're trying to drive me out deeper into heaven. It's 7:15. What the heck am I doing? I have to have a tractor trailer full of food and or a helicopter to always guide me and be around me or something like that. What the heck am I doing out here? Acting all crazy. Always looking for the truth. That's what I just told him. I was like, you know, I'm just out here to look for the truth. I want to see art. I want to see your language. I want to find that peace. That peace that was designed by love. Designed by your soul. Designed way before the white man came. Designed a few thousand years ago. I know part of it's here. It is. In a way, it is nature, but I'm talking about what the humans created out here. But I think they're trying to guide me in a different way to try to save me from myself. They know exactly who I am out here. But in many respects, they know me more than I know myself. 2 miles from the kayak. 7:15. 5 miles from the parking location. Sun's getting low. It's behind the trees. Better hurry up. Got a pocket full of shards. And a bag full of garbage. Empty charger. Sore muscles. And red skin like you will never believe. It's going to be a sore one tonight in the bed. No pun intended. Let me go ahead and keep on going. Backwards, that is. I want to tell you something about this time out here in glorious heaven. Man, dang. They tried to rush me back in the dark. They did. Yeah, it's about 7:30, something like that. Yeah, they tried to rush me out of there. Trying to help protect me. Against myself, I guess. Yeah, dang. But they always try to show you the light. You know, the trees shield the sun in a different way. When you're at that point where you need to turn around to get back to safety, they know how to protect you. They do. Better believe they do. Man. Thanks always for the beacons. X marks the spot. Beautiful. Yeah, I know, but something about that protection out here that they always try to lead you and give to you. Hello, hummingbird. Cool. You have a nest right on the edge. Welcome to heaven. Yeah, but once you make it to a certain spot, you realize you still have a lot more daylight left. What a game in this. Yep. Once you go too far and you get out into the darkness and you fear the worst, they'll guide you back into the daylight. To help you keep going, that is. Still plenty of time. Don't even know why I was panicking. Guys are crazy. No reason to rush. Should have known that. Never even saw it coming up here. Feels pretty light today, but let me go ahead and be very careful with this right here. Let me go ahead and empty out as slow as possible. You might be blown away later on. Bam. Look at that. We got two different fingers pointing in two different directions. Two different hands. Pointing at all these different things that we collected out there in our third or fourth trip out there on the kayak. Cool. Not really summer yet. Actually, we still have about a month and a half to go. But we found some good things today. Even with the dead battery, we found some good things. Yeah. A lot of places to start. Because there's a lot of design in all this. There really is. But check this out right here. What a bummer. Bam. Looks like the laws of nature have caused the Pangea to break off even more. Yep. That's alright though. We'll live with it, won't we? Heck, it'll probably give us some more design ideas, more possibilities within the pieces. Yeah, but that's an awkward looking piece right here. Nice and sharp. Dangerous. Yeah, even both sides is a masterpiece. So glad we came across this thing right here. Cool. Looked better when it was wet. Probably at least, I'd say at least 93 years old on that thing right there. Yeah. And then you had the masterpieces, the pieces of art. Yeah, in a different way, it's natural art. but it's hand fashioned by the hands of the natives. Ooh, that piece weighs a lot. It does indeed. Yeah, look at that design on that. Cool. Circles. Can't beat it. There's that same design right there. We find all over the place. No matter where we go, we're going to find something that looks exactly like that thing. Recognize the design 1,000 miles away. Looks like a rock. Got a design on it. Cool. Weighs a ton. Got some wood grain on here. It looks different in different kind of light. You can actually see how perfect it is in a different kind of light, that is. Huh. Looks like nothing there. Looks like everything shows up at an angle. Nice optical illusion. It's the way I like it to play the game. Yeah, another piece got a design on it. I know it's just old garbage. Yeah, but there's a lot of truth inside of this. It is. There is. Dang. Malcolm X? For real? Well, I see an X in there somewhere. Yeah. Barely make it out. Wonder if they try to make designs on the inside of the pots and the bowls and stuff like that. Yeah, cool. Oh yeah, there's a piece of a big one right there. I mean, a piece of whatever. All right. Got all that. Got the finger pointer rock right here. One of them. Nice one right there. Quartz. Then you got this modern looking one. This futuristic one. No, that's not a machine gun from 1933. Let's just call this a very futuristic looking finger pointer rock right here. That's why I collected it. Yes, they're not holding a gun. Nothing like that. Not in my world, that is. Yeah. And then this broken piece of whatever. Vase. Cool. Another disappointment right here, besides the breaking of the Pangea, is that is a plastic ball. I was hoping it was going to be glass. What a shame. That's alright. It's not lucite. It's just plastic. But that's milk glass. Cool. I think I'll just throw it away. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed a little adventure out there. I know it wasn't much. Yeah. But we will find more later. We will. Look, I found a penny. I'm rich. We're very rich, aren't we? Yes, indeed. Lots of cool things today. I'm always going to enjoy it regardless, but I'm so glad we can get out on the kayak. What a beautiful day out there today. Hopefully you enjoyed it as I did. See you in the next video.